You know, it's really exciting for all of us to be competing this time of the year. But I look over here at these three guys, and there's a lot of stories about these three guys that many of you don't know. I was just talking to Casey, and gosh, it doesn't seem like 97 was that many years ago, but it was. And he broke his hand in the first game of the regional tournament. And then the guy that replaced him was a guy that I literally got tears in my eyes when I lost him to Auburn. And y'all, if you're baseball fans, you heard him last night on television. We're talking about David Ross, of course. And you move on over to Skip, and you see that Augie was a friend to everybody, and Skip was with him a number of years. I look back to the time that Texas came in here and did a number on us years ago. You were beating everybody, I believe, at Navarro. Mm-hmm. Gary, you were with Andy, right?
Yeah, 4 years.
Andy Lopez when they were together at Florida. And then you look at their schools. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Oklahoma's won 2 national championships. Is that correct? Tell you what, this is a doggone good regional. I think that's what we've got to look at. We got schools with great tradition. I mean, how many coaches are impressed with every single team that's in their regional? I mean, the bus driver at Mississippi State is a great friend, Everett. I got great memories, even though I still thought we had strike 3 that year. But it was a Duty Noble Field, big time, biggest scoreboard in college baseball. We're close, but we're not as big. But this is fun. This is the way it should be for all of our young men participating, and something that we all have to look forward to is hopefully the weatherman cooperates and we can have a weekend that will be enjoyed, because this is a little bit different. That tropical storm was every bit of a tropical storm that we had here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And now, welcome to Tallahassee, baby, because that's what you're looking at now with heat. But I'm proud to be one of the 4 in this. And these 3 guys are 3 guys that you're not going to fool. You better be sure that you as a coach are not fooled by any of them, because they know what they're doing. That's evident because they're here. Fire away.
Coach, you mentioned the talent in this regional. I think Tallahassee and Austin are the only 2 regionals where the host have to welcome in 2 other Power 5 programs. I mean, I know nothing's perfect and complaining about it won't do anything now, but the balance of the power they put in these regionals, I mean, how does that come off to you?
I never get into that, because like everybody else, we're just happy that we're still playing. To complain or second guess is I don't know. I've just noticed that my wife of 54 years is really starting to be a baseball professional. She always knows when to take the pitcher out, and that's after the guy hit the home run. Knows when I should have bunted, when the guy hits into a double play. But we're just all happy to be competing, to say, golly, look what we got. Well, heck, every single one of these guys played a tough schedule and accomplished a lot. I mean, look at Mississippi State and what they did. And that's impressive. And I've kept up, of course, with Oklahoma. Larry Cochel's a great friend that was there years ago. We competed against Oklahoma in the series one year, as a matter of fact. Of course, how do you forget Casey and what he's done with his program? So I think you just look at it as, let's play baseball.
It may not have been as desperate this year as it was last, but really for the second straight year, it seems like y'all just found something out late April and early May that really had you on a tear the rest of the way. Is there anything you can point to that really has been the difference there the last couple of years of just how this team seems to be playing its best baseball when it matters the most?
You know, Kurt, I think it's just that when you use a lot of freshmen and all of a sudden they've got 35, 40 games under their belt, they're not freshmen anymore. We as coaches expect them to act like juniors or seniors even. I mean, this missing signs, or what always gets me is the guy is down there at first and he's looking like this instead of give it again or whatever it takes. They don't have that so-called deer in headlights look at you. If you, as a former third base coach, they're looking at me now. Let him worry about whether they got the sign. But anyway, it's just, I think, experience. And when they get a little success, they start thinking, I understand this game pretty well now. I wish I could take credit for some of the success, but the young men are the ones that did it, and they did it through hard work and dedication. And the way that they played gave them more opportunities to play. Because had they kept missing signs or missing cutoff men or Cadillac in a pop-up, they wouldn't have gotten this opportunity.
Mike, I know you've spoken about it earlier this season. The year Stephen Wells has had, how gratifying is that as a coach to have a guy be in the program for 3 years and kind of fill in here and there and have different roles, but really blossom as a senior?
You know, he's a guy that could play any of the three outfield positions, did not hit well for literally 3 years, as you alluded to. It's amazing, again, a change, and made a change with him. Then he started having success, and then, of course, ran into a couple that won ball games for us. But let's don't forget his ability as an outfielder to run and throw. In fact, we all know that one of the throws he made last year enabled us to get an opportunity to possibly even get to a regional when he made that throw against Notre Dame.
Is he as big a threat in right field as you've had in your career in terms of defensively?
The only guy that I've had in my brief career is Tony Blasucci. And Tony Blasucci, I saw Tony Blasucci handcuff a first baseman in cutoff position. Hit him in the arm. It was unbelievable. And he did it from about 275. He ended up being a pitcher, got into pro ball, got a chance, and unfortunately he's not on this earth anymore. It's a tragic story, but Tony was the only guy that I could think of that could rival Stephen Wells. Our league, you could see in our league, nobody would run on Stephen. We hope that's not the case anyway, because that means somebody's got a base hit and the guy's trying to go to third or trying to score.
Coach, in recent weeks, it seems like Clayton, Jonah, and CJ are pretty much your only options coming out of the bullpen. Is that enough, you think, to get through the next 2.5, 3 weeks if you keep advancing?
I would say that those three young men would be the first ones that we would go to, undoubtedly. But I like what I'm seeing in Pollock. I think the future is bright for him. CJ got his chance because a couple of guys got hurt. And it goes right back to the question. He got an opportunity. He didn't exactly succeed the first outing, but he got another chance, and he took advantage of that chance. And then he started saying to himself, I'm sure, hey, I'm feeling better about my abilities. This is good stuff. And then he gets the ball again. He pitched very well against Clemson in that. I think he pitched twice in the ACC tournament. Pitched against Louisville, wasn't it? It was Louisville. Those would be the first three, yes, that we would go to. I don't anticipate changing that. Now, you didn't mention Connor Grady, did you?
I did not. No, you're right.
Connor Grady, yeah, Connor's very much on the radar. Another freshman that got an opportunity and then kept getting opportunities. Somebody else?
Yeah, 11, just momentum this time of year. I mean, you talked about peaking at the right time, and same thing that kind of happened last year, but just from winning the ACC tournament and kind of going into this regional, where is this team's confidence level at, and how important is that this time of year?
You know, Allison, so much can happen in the game of baseball. You can't look at it any way except play the game as hard as you can every night. Sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't. You don't get many so-called breaks against this caliber of teams. You have to do it yourself. There were a couple of lucky things that happened for us in the ACC tournament. That little check swing dub that Salvatore had. I mean, that was just like a ball off the monster. And it was a beautiful thing seeing him around first base heading for second, and the guy that was on first base ending up at third. That was just one of those things that went our way. And you have to have a lot of luck to make it happen. Well, anything else? Well, let me say to all of y'all, appreciate you being here today. We as coaches are anxious to play baseball. Hopefully the weather cooperates, and as I said, I appreciate the attention that you're giving to this great commodity of college baseball. Dadgum, it gets better every year.